So if you're following the channel, you might have noticed today I did something a little bit different than what I normally do. Instead of doing my normal Random Thursday video, I did a Throwback Thursday video. I've never really done this before. I've always kind of felt like the stuff that I posted early on in the channel should kind of stay where it is. I didn't want to kind of reuse that in any way. I always I like the idea of people being able to go back and kind of see the progression of the channel over the years, and so like some of my first videos that were posted were just garbage. And I mean, it was shot on my phone that wasn't lit, it was not edited well, it was terrible. But I like that. I want people to be able to go back and see that, and see how things have changed and grown, evolved, gotten better hopefully over the years. But there are some that were done way back when that when you do things all when you do many things, eventually you're going to do one that kind of hits it, nails it. You do a good job, and there's some like the one that I shared today that was like a full production. Like I put a lot of work into that. I actually had a crew that I paid, and we had drones and Steadicam, and we did this whole thing, and it only got like 1,000 views. you know and partly that's because it was back when the channel was much smaller. Partly it was because I did something different on the thumbnail and the title. It's really amazing how much of a difference titles and thumbnails make on YouTube. So I wanted to do something different because it was a short film, and I did that, and it didn't really perform, which is unfortunate because I think it's really good and I think it deserves to be seen. So I'm reposting it. There will be more like this probably in the next few weeks. It might be a few weeks in a row where I do Throwback Thursdays instead of Random Thursday type stuff. And the reason for this is because I really have gotten bogged down on things on this channel. I'm becoming pretty overwhelmed. A lot has changed in the last few months, and my workload has increased and increased and increased, and there's a lot of housekeeping type stuff that I need to do, but I can't do that while I'm cranking out 2 or 3 videos a week. And especially right now, I'm trying to get these lightning round videos out, so I'm kind of doing 4 videos a week right now. And last week I was traveling, so I wasn't able to get as much work done. So I'm really behind on several fronts, and the summer's coming up. My wife and I are going to go travel. We got a couple of trips planned, and I have to get ahead on things. And the only way to get ahead on things is to give myself just a little bit of wiggle room by knocking out a few or taking a few videos out of the equation over the next month. And so, on the advice of some friends of mine that are in a mastermind group, they had a really great idea. They were like, why don't you go back and take some old videos and repost them, and then you're still putting out new content. It's new to most people anyway, but you're not having to actually, write, script, shoot, edit, and do all that kind of stuff. And another thing is I am building a team. I know I keep saying that, but part of that is a buddy of mine is going to start helping me out with editing. But of course, there's a lot of working out the whole system and how that's going to work between us. And again, I can't get him editing things if I'm literally shooting the video on Wednesday, editing it Wednesday night, and putting it up on Thursday, which is basically where I am right now. It's constantly crunch time, and I just got to give myself a little bit of wiggle room to do that. So I wanted to just kind of make this video to just explain what that's all about. This isn't meant to be like an apology or anything like that. I just want to explain how I'm thinking, a little bit behind the scenes stuff on the channel, which is kind of the whole point of this channel. But no, and again, it serves a couple of different purposes. One is giving me a little bit of wiggle room to be able to do some house cleaning and get things in order. But the other is that some of these videos I felt they were really good, and it's always disappointing when you do something and you feel like you really hit the nail on the head, and it just never gets seen for whatever reason. So I'm gonna repost it in a different way now that the channel is bigger, and maybe it'll get the attention it deserves. Maybe not, but it's worth a shot. But another thing that was also brought up with my little mastermind group was the fact that I'm now at 178,000 subscribers. I mean, you could say I'm pushing 200,000. It doesn't feel like I'm pushing anything right now because the channel is in a bit of a lull. I know it'll come out of that. I'm not worried, but it is in a bit of a lull right now. But it's something I've realized as things have gone along on the channel. Every time you you're constantly reaching a new stage, and every single new stage, all the rules change. Everything is different. And there's new responsibilities, and there's new headaches, and there's new challenges. And every once in a while, you kind of have to just pump the brakes and look around and be like, okay, so how do I adjust what I'm doing right now to prepare for what's going to happen next? Because my channel has doubled since the beginning of this year. Will it double by the end of this year? I don't know. I mean, that's going to be a tall order. But if it does, we're not talking 100,000 or 50,000 subscribers. We're talking 300, 350,000 subscribers. And again, that's a whole new world, and it's a whole new set of challenges and responsibilities. Once you get into that level, and this is something I kind of learned at the Clamor event that I went to last week. I was hanging out with a lot of really big YouTubers with millions of subscribers. You stop being a YouTube channel at that point, and you become a business. The YouTube channel becomes a part of the business that you're running. And it's just sort of a mindset shift that I'm going to have to start working through. And there's a lot of preparation to be able to handle this new paradigm that I'm entering. And it's hard to do that when you're driving down the road at 100 miles an hour and just pegging the gas pedal the whole way. So that explains it. That's why I'm doing it. And you know, it should come out a little bit better on the other end. I have to do this every once in a while. I've certainly done it before. It shouldn't, at least in this case, I'm not not putting out content at all. I'm still going to be putting out content. It's just stuff that I don't have to spend a lot of time on. But anyway, that's the deal. And hopefully I won't stop. I won't get too bogged down to do these videos. The whole point of these videos is they're supposed to be just really quick and easy, and just touching base and giving you guys a peek into my world and what's all about and what's going on here and all that. But anyway, so there you go. That's the explanation. Hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you on my next video. Later.